Hi everyone. In this video, we will interpret the results of a hypothesis test for the mean with a standard deviation unknown. As part of their clinical training, nursing students gathered data on 86 patients who were administered the average dosage of a specific pain medication in milliliters. Their hypothesis test has the following parameters. The null hypothesis is that the average equals 50 milliliters. The alternative hypothesis is that the average is less than 50 milliliters, with a significance level of alpha equaling 0.01. The test statistic was calculated for us as negative 2.145, and the critical value is negative 2.031. Should the nursing students reject or not reject the null hypothesis? Interpret your conclusion within the context of the hypothesis test. Lucky for us, we don't have to do any calculations. However, it is extremely beneficial to visualize what it is we're working with in the hypothesis test. So let's graph our normal curve, and then let's look at the alternative hypothesis that shows a less than sign. Less than are numbers that are smaller than 50, which go to the left, so less than. So we are working with a left-tailed test. And the left-tailed test has a critical value of negative 2.03. So let's go ahead and write our average, or mu, right down the middle. Mu equals 50. And then we have 1, 2, 3 standard deviations on both sides that encompass most of the data. Now let's look at our left-tailed test, where we have a critical value at negative 2.03. So it's just beyond the 2 standard deviations. So this is our rejection region with a significance level of alpha equaling 0.01. So this is the area under our curve here. And we have our critical value at right here, which is our cutoff at negative 2.031. Now let's go ahead and graph our test statistic that was calculated at negative 2.145. This is 2 standard deviations below the mean, and it is 0.145, so it's a little beyond our negative 2.031. So let's say it's about here. So we have our test statistic at negative 2.145. That puts us in the rejection region. So that lets us know that our conclusion should be to reject the null hypothesis. This means that there's sufficient evidence to support the alternative that the average dose for this specific pain medication is less than 50 milliliters. We've now answered both of our questions. We've rejected the null hypothesis and interpreted that in the context of the hypothesis test, and now we're all done.